All right, so you've completed rock beats number 1 through 5. Now it's time to go through 6 through 10. Now these rock beats incorporate some 16th note hits on the snare drum with your left hand. So it's important that if you need to write in the count above the notes that you do that. So take a look at exercise 1. You'll notice for the first 3 beats, it's business as usual with our normal 8th notes. Then count 4 becomes a little challenging. So you see together on count 4 with our right hand on the hi-hat, 4 and then done. So 4 E and Okay, so the last 2 notes written on exercise number 1 are both 16th notes and 1. So I'll play it for you nice and slow and then at a faster speed. And if you need to, I think it would really help you just to tap along with me the first time you watch this video. And then when you take it to your kit, you'll have a better sense of exactly how it's supposed to sound. Okay, so let's try it at slow and fast tempos. So now in number 2, we're starting to add in a little bit more. And you'll notice as we get through these rock beats, there's more and more things that are going to be thrown at you. But take a closer look at exactly what is happening. So for the first count, there's just 8th notes, 1 and. Okay? There's bass drum hits on each 8th note, hi-hat hits on each 8th note. Then count 2 is the exact same as count 4 from the previous exercise we worked on. So you already understand how that sounds. So the way I'd count this is I'd go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and Let's try it at slow and fast tempos. So number 3, there's pieces of it that look similar, and the only thing that looks different is count 3. Now in count 3, we're adding in a snare drum hit in between those bass drum notes. Okay, so it goes 3 E and, 3 E and, 3 E and. Okay, and everything else you should be relatively comfortable with. I'll also mention that these snare drum hits, they don't all have to be as loud as counts 2 and 4. Sometimes you can play them a little bit softer, which are called ghost notes. Sometimes if you want, you can play them a little bit louder, which are called accents. So let's try this one at both slow and fast tempos. In number 4, we're basically taking some of the elements that we've learned in the previous 3 exercises and we're incorporating them within this groove. So for count 1, we have 1 E and, then count 2, we know what that is, 2 E and Count 3, we know what that is, 3 E and. Count 4, we know what that is, 4 and So I'll play it for you nice and slow at 60 and 100. So now I'm going to throw a bit of a challenge groove at you and show you a combination you probably haven't seen before. So exercise number 5 starts on the hi-hat just with 8 notes and a bass drum on count 1. So 1 and. Now here's where it gets a little bit challenging. On the snare, with our left hand, we're going 2, E, and Then on counts 3, just the hi-hat. Then on the and of 3, a hi-hat and a bass drum together. And then 4 and. Okay, so there's less notes overall, but there's more of these hidden techniques in there that you need to understand, especially with the left hand. So I'll play it for you now, both slow and fast. In rock beats number 6 through 10, we are really working on adding in that snare drum on some of those 16th notes. Now, on the next set of rock beats, we're going to be doing that, but we're going to be doing it with the bass drum. Okay, so this is really going to help build independence with your right foot, and then eventually we'll start incorporating everything and mixing it together so it's even more of a challenge. So once you're able to play the slow version of these beats, okay, for at least 2 minutes straight with no mistakes, you can go ahead and move on to the next video. See you there. Thanks for watching the second lesson from my Drumeo Edge course on rock beats. If you'd like to watch the next lesson, just go ahead and click that button right over there. And if you want more courses like this, I highly recommend you check out drumeo.com. There's lots more courses, lessons, customized lesson plans, student reviews, and much, much more. I'll see you there.